Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Lord of the Rings online class videos. Today we're working on the Minstrel class. Minstrel is one of the two main healers in the game. It is a moderate class to do, I agree with that, especially if you're in group setting. Again, I don't tend to do much grouping or fellowshipping as we call it in Lord of the Rings Online. So I don't know much about that. So here's the lore behind them. I don't know a whole lot about Luthien. What I do know, she would be an excellent inspiration for Minstrel.
The minstrel is the heart of a fellowship, a herald of hope and renewal. He uses his knowledge of ancient songs and lore to ward against the forces of darkness and bring relief to his companions.
Everybody say hello to Georgia. She is the Minstrel. So I'm just going to jump into the class traits. I tend to run, as I normally do, in Redline because, excuse me, usually Redline is DPS, and I tend to solo a lot, so that DPS is important. Now you'll notice in Minstrel there's only 2 lines to go into. They changed Minstrel so that the yellow line, supports the other 2, and putting points into the yellow line only costs 1 point each instead of 2 if I were to go red line and then start dropping points into blue. So let's go with our red line. So cries and shouts are very important for minstrels. Codas are important, in my opinion, not as important. So ballad and coda damage, we'll come back to that one. Concussive shout, it's a shout. We're going to take it. This one ups the critical chances, so I'm going to put 4 points into that. So now we have cry and call damage. Those kind of the bread and butter. They tend to do more damage, so I'm going to put 4 points there and check this one out. Call of Orome. Great skill. So now that we've got Call of Orome, I'm going to buff this one up so it does more of that. I'm going to add 3 points. Emboldened Finish Application Chance, that's a coda. So we'll kind of look over here now. Plus morale, important. I think I'm going to go backfill this one and backfill that one and put a point. Well, we'll backfill this one as well. Alright, brings us down to Anthem of War. So this is also part of the coda and anthems. It's pretty good, but I'm going to do the cries and calls first. Song of Arda, light damage. Many of the minstrel damage skills are light based, so those are important. Cacophonous Echoes. Again, that's a cry and or a coda and ending. Herald's Strength. I don't use Dissonant Strike a whole lot, but if we're finding ourselves in situations where we're running low on health, Herald's Strength would be a good one to take. Coming back here to Cacophonous Echoes, I'm going to come back and backfill I'm going to come back and backfill this one. And then look at this one, critical chance and finesse rating. Finesse rating is pretty important. So, all right, coming down here, fierce cries, plus 20% cry and call critical multiplier. Yep. And then improved coda of fury, going to come back down and put 2 points there and 2 points there. And then we have echoes. All damaging cries and calls have a 33% chance to apply bonus DOT. It may stack up to 3 times. Oh yeah. And then we have Cry of the Wizards. Yep. Now I have 27 points left. I'm going to go backfill a little bit. Codas and endings will be used. Just I'm going to pump everything into cries and calls as often as I can. So we'll put 2 points there. Excuse me again. Anthem of War, good. Let's see, this is Morale Stolen. I'm going to hold off on that one. Max Morale. It's got the... it scales as I level, so I'm going to put some points into that. And then 3 points. Where'd it go? Oh, yeah. Okay. And then, why not put 3 points there? Alright. And this is what I tend to do. Your mileage may vary. I tend to fill out the line with the exception of maybe 1 or 2. Now, I could come over here and this blue line is mostly healing, and it takes 2 points for each point I want to drop in because I'm speccing red line. So I'm going to look over here. Improve strikes. Don't do a lot of strikes. Memories of battle. Echoes of battle. Those are codas and anthems. Inspire fellows. Power cost. That's a heal. And then we have Lesser Anthem 3. And it gives a plus resistance, plus tack mitigation. So it's a good defensive thing. I'll put a point there. Minute and 12-second duration with a 25-second cooldown. Yeah, I'll be having that up all the time. And I'm going to come in and put some points into there. And then I'm going to put, looking at this, outgoing healing effects. I don't do a whole lot of healing. Elbereth grace period duration. Don't use that one a whole lot. I should use it more. And then thunderous codas. I'm going to put the remainder of my points in this one because it gives me plus tactical, ranged, and melee damage. Alright, so there I go. Once I get her leveled a bit more, I'll have more trait points to spend. You get the general idea. We've opened up these. Discordant Ballads. Piercing Calls. Concentration. Haste. Freedom. 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 Anyway. Cry of the Valar, and Encore. Alright, now, since we can't spec in yellow line, let's jump over to blue line, and blue line is the healing one. So if I'm in a group, I'm going to be running blue line, even though I don't group very often. Alright. So I will probably pretty much fill out this line like I do with most others. So we have outgoing healing effect modifier. Oh yeah, since that's what this one's all about. And then critical healing magnitude. Yep. And then coming down here, Ballad of Resonance Power Restore. Yeah, they've tweaked the way power works, so I'm going to put it in there. I haven't really done much with the game since they've tweaked the power. Been holding it off to make these videos. Raise our spirits. AOE heal. Yeah, that's a good one. Improved bolster courage. Yep. Anything that improves healing, and that's what this line is all about. Resonant piercing cry. Alright. Improved cord of salvation. Alright. Yep, going 4 points there. Improved Song of the Hammer Hand. Puts a damage bubble around the person targeted. Quick melody, healing skills induction time. Yeah, the faster we can heal, the better. Anthem of Compassion, -1 incoming damage, +3% lightning and frost mitts. Yeah. Improved Coda of Resonance. I will be grouping to use this, so I'll be able to use it on other people. Inspiring Finish application chance. And then Inner Strength. Plus damage bubbles. And Legend of Helm Hammerhand. All fellows gain a morale bubble. Okay, so. Alright, now I'm going to come over here in the yellow line because I don't do a lot of damage in blue line. Oh, I forgot one. Oh, I forgot these. Healing critical chance. Oh, yeah. And follow up on every heal skill on crit hit. -10 healing skills induction time. 20-second duration. Yep. Alright, so I got 6 points left. Strike damage, strike healing. Melody of battle threat chance. Echoes of resistance. Nope. Inspire fellows power cost. Yep. Helps it cost. Heal more for less morale. Or heal more for less power. And then that one, because it's going to increase healing effect and gives some damage buffs to the people who get it. Alright, so apply. Yep. So now we have to come into elves. So again, tactics and convictions bonus. I don't group a lot, so I can't really explain what tactics and convictions, or excuse me, fellowship skills are, other than when you're in a fellowship and someone opens up the fellowship skill, each player can hit one of 4 things, and depending upon which ones get touched or clicked on however many times, does different things. One-handed sword damage bonus, bow damage, Friend of Man, Sylvan Shadows, Eldar's Grace, and Return to Rivendell with Power of the Eldar and Virtuous Elf. So I've gone with Sylvan Shadows, Friend of Man, Eldar's Grace, bow damage bonus, and Return to Rivendell. Although I will probably swap that one out and get the sword damage bonus, as she is carrying a sword. Alright, then the virtue traits. So again, blue line, it's all about healing, so I'm going all defensive. So my standards, whoops, grabbed the wrong one. Compassion, I'll put discipline in there. Honor, innocence, and tolerance. Tolerance, yeah, there we go. And again, wit is a good offensive one that I haven't unlocked since on this character since they've added it to the game. I've been focused mostly on playing Jacqueline, the lore master. And we go do our red line. And again, these are kind of the ones I usually take. Confidence, honesty, Minstrel is wisdom based, loyalty, wisdom, and zeal. Although I am going to swap out honesty for honor and zeal for tolerance. I do have wisdom, but I got it for that will buff. Oh, wait a minute. I am just off in a coma. Loyalty, wisdom, nope. Tolerance, yes. And I'll use a lot of power, so I'm going to put patience in there. All right, so that's how I run virtues. I got all confuzzled. So we start with timeless echoes of battle. No, we don't. We start with our cries. So I usually start, we have our stances. We have dissonant stance, which makes everything a little more offensive. We have chords of salvation, which heals. And we have, where to go? Melody stance, which is more for healing. I tend to run dissonant stance when I'm in red line. All right. So I start with that one. Then I just keep coming with calls and cries. Go away. Put you up here for the moment. Dissonant strike. Looks like my one melee skill. These are my codas. Minor ballad dissonance, major ballad, and perfect ballad. As they come up, Coda of Fury, Lesser Anthem Dissonance, and Lesser Anthem 3, Cry of the Wizards, also a great one. Fairly long cooldown on it, so I'll put it there. Alright, and then I just kind of cycle through them. And then for the codas, playing my cowbell. Because, you know, it's got to have more cowbell. And then finish it off with Coda of Fury. Man, I love that cowbell. Alright. And then Lesser Anthem 3 is buffs. Oh, deeds. There are also deeds for class skills. So promotion points 1, acquire promotion points 2, class deed. So if I get complete the quest A Minstrel's Hope, which I've done, complete Graceful Demeanor and Silver Tongue. So we come down here, Herald Savior, use the Song of Aid or Inspire Fellows. If I do it 400 times, gets me 5 LotRO points. That's the in-game currency. Lyrics of Bravery. use Anthem of Composure 500 times. Silver Tongue, Cries of Chorus, I've got it at 80 out of 125. And Spectacular Finish, score critical hits with codas, I got a 135 out of 250. Usually they give LotRO points. Sometimes when you hit these, they'll give you like trait points. All right. So now swapping over to, I'm going to call it there because the Lore Master was a very long one. I'm trying to keep this one to just a little over 20 minutes. Healing is much the same though. We change my class traits here. You can see it changes the stuff on the bottom. Now, +3, a little bit of damage there, a little bit of damage, but a lot more healing. Loyal turtle. I love that you're loyal. Get up there. Healing. Heals up here. Heal. Heal. Resistance buff. Prove Cries of the Chorus. You get the idea. All right. As always, please leave any comments or suggestions, or if you have any questions. Thanks again for being here and supporting me. I appreciate that, and be well.